back, guys, to season 2 for Dating in America here with the Butterfly Effect. I'm Ty, your new co-host, and let's get back into it. Dating in America.
Okay, so yeah.
No, we got listen. I'm gonna tell you this what happened.
What had happened was.
So during the break,
Right,
a whole bunch of stuff, all different types of topics came up, right? So we're gonna touch on all of those. First, we need to clarify what is dating. You know, in the last season, it was kind of a little cloudy, you know what I mean? People didn't really know if they were dating or not. So let's get the panel's definition first of what dating is.
I like what Derek.
So Derek, they didn't hear you because cameras were off, but come on.
The hate is
Come on, let's get it. Why is it always hate?
The hate is horrible, man. The hate is horrible. The hate is horrible. The hate is horrible. Oh, whatever. No, but seriously.
Where y'all get him from?
Behind the couch. I'm not sure.
So the root word, so what you find in the word dating, the root word that we find data is where we find information, collecting information. So when you're dating someone, it's where you collect information, you learn about this person. And in that process of dating and what you gain from that information determines if you're gonna choose this person for the rest of your life.
Okay.
So let me ask you. If you choose this person for the rest of your life, right? So why? And it's just a question.
No.
So why is it that like when you are married, during marriage, you know, you're like, okay, no, let's go on a date.
Okay.
Let's date.
Okay.
Let's gain more data.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah,
That's
because you're let's be real. Who you were in 20 is not who you are at 40.
You trying to say I'm funny?
No,
I
see,
know.
this is one reason why you got to have the data. Let me stop. Let me stop. No, let me stop. They gonna kill me.
Think about it,
My homie, man, I'm just playing. No, but seriously, I think I honestly believe this wholeheartedly. I think one of the problems is people spend time, but they never continue to learn the person. You're constantly evolving, you're changing, you're becoming. There are new dreams, there's new aspiration. And one of the common things that I have found in a lot of relationships is that people will reach this pinnacle and place, and then they're 20 years in, they're 10 years in, they're 12 years in, they're 8 years in, and they say, you don't love me anymore. And they say, yes, I do. And so they try to create this old memory of something they used to do. And so you go down this memory lane of what you did, and it was a good time, but it still wasn't satisfying because maybe the things that we're doing is not what I enjoy anymore. I become more interested. I become more inquisitive as I learn. Roles also have defining moments because I know who I am now as a father with twin boys. I'm not that same person before I had children.
Right.
So I think that a great deal of roles, responsibilities, challenges, dreams, aspirations, creativities, things that happens, pressure, all of these things, these are defining moments in our life that brings about who we are. I mean, one more example that I would share is that my grandmother transitioned in 2018. That's the hardest transition I ever dealt with in my life. I took that really bad, and I consider myself before that probably a rather strong person, not really a person that thought that I probably would need therapy, mental health therapy, going to see a counselor. Until what was happening is I was functioning and doing all of these things, and I had a breakdown. And so what it let me know that my soul had a sensor letting me know that even though you're existing, you're not okay. Right. So I needed to go have a conversation to unpack because that life change transitioned me as a person. So that's my thoughts.
So you are saying if you are dating, you're choosing your forever person. So casually dating, just platonic dates, that doesn't exist in your eyes?
Well, see, I don't speak for nobody else. But for me, no, I don't do the platonic and just hanging out. That's dangerous for me. That's crazy. Because see, for me, too many people get access to me. They get dreams that I don't have. See, that's what so I have to be careful.
Okay.
I'm serious.
Facts.
You have to know how this works. I have to be true to me. Some people, that, do you understand? Because in some aspects of the way that I even communicate. So this is what I know about Derek. One of the ways that I communicate also with a certain sense of direction, but also comfort. And giving a person too much attention can make the person assume I want them a part of me. I don't even really like you. I don't even know you. I'm just sharing where I'm at. So that means you gotta know yourself to know these things. So that don't work for me.
That's real. Yeah.
Know thyself.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Sometimes you have to go to counseling to know thyself.
Yeah. You have to unpack that stuff.
Counseling is dope.
Personally,
So I know we were talking about, during when the cameras weren't rolling, we were talking about, what's considered cheating. What's considered cheating? I know you had mentioned that, you're not cheating per se.
I asked the question. She's
Okay, so
aggravating.
what is cheating? What is cheating? Because I know you mentioned that,
I
if you're not
asked,
married.
if you're not married, is it considered cheating?
What is it? What do you think?
I'm not the only.
I think so.
You're
I
close
it's
right
not.
now.
Okay, I don't think that is cheating. I
Okay,
don't.
stop.
Okay.
What do you think? You're not married. Yeah. So let me ask you this.
No. Go on, speak
She
up.
turning.
Go on, speak up.
And I'm just gonna use a name because these names don't mean nothing because I know nothing about your love life, right? Or your personal life, correct? And let's just make that known.
Yeah,
Go
right?
on, correct. Sure.
So, in the event, let's just say you're dating Todd. I don't know, this first thing that came to mind.
Idris, girl, you got to go with the fine ones.
Will Smith.
How you know Todd wasn't fine? Was Todd fine?
Bridges.
All right, so let's just say you're
I'm
dating-
just saying.
Okay, so
Hey.
let's just say you're
Willis.
dating. Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I had to, that man might be wild.
Get back to
So
your man
let's just say,
Todd.
okay, you're dating David. Okay. You're dating David, right? You and David, y'all been hanging for a little minute. We'll just say about 3, 4, 5, 9 months, about a year, whatever. I'm just trying to put out there because you just say it's not cheating. And here come
Dating?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, got it.
But y'all, y'all are item. Y'all ain't married, he ain't proposed, but they're item. Then Travis come along and be like, hey, baby, let me take you out. You going?
Yeah.
You gonna go? And it's gonna be okay with David?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nah, I got different views than that.
If there's no commitment,
No, because the commitment is marriage. The commitment is marriage.
kind of just say that.
The commitment is marriage.
So if
Because what I'm
that's
trying to
what it
figure, because what I'm trying to figure out is if it's okay for me to, and not that we have anything going on, but
No.
just for the sake of, just for the
Yeah,
sake
yeah,
of, an
yeah.
example.
Yeah.
Let's just say you and I, we got something going on, we got this thing, we've been together about a year, whatnot, and we're committed per se, but we're just not married.
But we've made a commitment
But we made a commitment.
to say that this. So you gotta understand
That's
this
an agreement.
going back
Yeah.
to you're going back to what our purpose of dating is. Now,
Right, now let's stop, because
Okay.
that's what I want you to say, and
Okay.
that's what I'm trying to bring to your point when
Okay.
you say, if we're committed, because
if we're committed, then yes, it would be in a marriage. It would be cheating. But if
But
we're not
see,
married,
I'm thinking, the purpose of dating, and maybe I'm wrong, but I'm thinking the purpose of, unless you just like, with
Casually
this
dating.
person that,
Yeah.
you're casually just dating, okay, this is my quote unquote, we call nowadays friend, this my friend, I got a little friend. That's different, but then when there's a situation where, okay, this is my man, or this is my woman, you know what I'm saying, this is who I'm with, you know what I'm saying, we caked up. We don't intertwine our families, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So at that point, if I'm stepping out or you're stepping out, and you decide to
we
date
just
with
add more
Travis,
details to it. So now it's more clear.
So basically
Okay.
engaged.
That's different.
But it should,
because
but
that's
But
that's where I'm going with it though. Because when you're
whatever
dating,
your foundation is, you
but that's
shouldn't
where I'm
change
going
it
though. But that's where I'm going.
I
though,
don't
because-
agree with her. That's my.
I know. I
don't
agree
agree
with
with
it because I feel like when you're dating, you're going towards being because you want more. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hold
Especially
on.
at our age, when you get a certain age, now,
Is it my turn yet?
come on, Don.
Is it my turn
Come on,
yet?
Don.
Please, Don.
Okay.
I like what Don can do.
Come on, Doc. Yeah, that's all. One person he
You
likes.
trying to amend your thoughts?
No, it's just
not a million. Like it's a tax return.
Well, you
Yeah,
understand.
that's how you return. I'm trying to
But if
million
you're
So
dollars.
she added more to it.
okay.
Yeah. She made it a commitment
So,
going
yeah, million
somewhere.
taxes. Go ahead. You want a million
This
dollars?
is
With the
really,
amendments.
this is
I
good.
mean, it just shows that people have different mindsets. You know,
Right,
they think
based
different.
off of your personality.
Yes, it would be cheating.
Because the ideal of dating is because you're looking for your potential.
Partner, yes.
Right.
You're looking for your life partner.
And even if that's the case, but there are a lot of people even our age
You
that
did
are not.
But if you're just
There's a lot of
They
people our age
just
that
change
are
that
not.
like that.
no, it's not.
But you're
Just
talking
already-
about listen, you are talking about a verbal
Right.
commitment. This is not a covenant.
Right. Awesome.
So covenant is something that happens between me and the person and God. So we was trying to be deep or whatever. So when we come into this aspect of covenant and we merge our lives together, one of the old practices would be you bring your salt, I bring mine. We bring our salt together, and the only way that this covenant can be separated is if you can get your salt back and I can mine. That's how sacred and serious that is. But you're talking about in a dispensation of time where if I say that I'm going to be committed to you and I choose something different, that doesn't make me a cheater. It can make me deceptive.
Right.
It can make me dishonest. I didn't, because I can only
That
really,
was not your intent.
it's not my intent, because
You
let's
should say that.
just be honest for just a moment. We change. Your date. So I date with I hope. Now, I'm glad you said what you said, because this is something that I believe goes both ways. I believe that we give too much too soon.
Right. Exactly.
Because when you are a girlfriend doing wife duties, that's why you're so crushed.
Exactly.
When you're a man giving husband duties, these responsibilities, this is how we're so crushed. Because again, give me something. Give me traditional.
Right.
Give me something to work and look forward to. I'm not trying to be funny, but a man, a real man, she is
real man.
worth the chase. She's worth it, because if you give it all, what do I have to look forward to? Give me something to say. Sometimes it's that. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. It's that.
There you go.
It's that. No,
Right.
I'm going to bed tonight. That make him sweat you. And like, oh, I ain't just got access like that. What? And then the other part of it is, because people have given so much so soon, then they get into this covenant, and then they're not even don't even show the worth of being chased anymore. It's like, I've got it all. What more? What greater level is there to you? What expectation? Because, and I'm saying this both ways. I as a man, I say this both ways, but I think we sometimes have to redefine, because sometimes we can be loyal to people out of a need, but it is a dysfunctional situation.
Yeah.
Because doing more for them will not cause them to be more loyal to you.
Yeah.
That has to be a choice. I'm just trying to, I'm just
Basically,
being
like you
real,
said,
man.
you know what I'm saying? Why buy the
We
cow
gonna-
when you get the
we
milk
gonna
for free?
pass
It
it.
goes back to
No,
that
yeah,
whole
we getting ready
thing.
to-
Why buy the cow when you get the milk for free?
Yeah.
But that's the problem. A lot of people think dating is marriage. You know, they just treat it like it is one and the same.
Live like
They just
that.
treat it like it is one and the same.
Is it my turn? Yeah, that's all.
Please don't.
Were you asking
Did
me?
you raise your
I
hand?
don't want to move
Did you
my
raise
turn.
his hand?
I don't want to usurp authority. I'm just kidding.
Oh, boy, said you, sir.
Oh my God. We don't have benefits. Okay. Anyway, so listen to me. I do not believe that it is cheating if we are just dating, unless we have had a discussion that we have mutually decided.
Mutually, that's the key
We have
word.
mutually decided, meaning I said it, you said it. We both understood what we meant, and there were no extra stipulations outside of that. So I understood you, you understood me, we're on the same page. Okay, now we're doing that, and you decide not to have a conversation first and go do something else. Now there's a breach of contract.
True.
breach of the verbal contract, and so now you're out of order. It's not the same as you being in marriage, but to your point, you're so hurt by it because you gave too much, and it might not be like in everything, like you know, you might do this or do that for the person. No, it's here. You gave too much here. You have to know where y'all at and deal with each other from that point. Don't, well, I want them to be my this, but they're not.
That's real.
They're not. That's the reality of it. There is nothing wrong with wanting something, but live where you are. You know what I'm saying? You can want something all day, but if that ain't y'all relationship right now, it could possibly be that, but that's not what it is.
I mean, and I'm trying to be deep, bro, but on some real stuff, I think this is very, and I will be disrespecting and insulting who I am by not being dishonest. You have to pray about relationships. Because the reality of it is at the end of the day, let's just be 100. You know the truth. The problem is you're trying to change it.
Right.
You know on the inside that this is not going to work. Right. You know this is not a good person for you. Let me tell you something. A person that brings out the worst in you, that is not a blessing from God.
Not at all.
That is everybody comes with a process. I heard Bishop Jake say this, and I totally agree. He said that everyone comes with baggage. You just need someone to help you unpack. But what I've learned from that also is that you got to know what capacity of that you can handle. This is why dating is important. Where do you come from? How were you in last relationships? What makes you tick? How do you handle your anger? Because I need to understand something. Let me tell you something. Listen, I'm not rich, but I pay good money for what I have. Don't tell my wife. I ain't got time for that. Don't bust my windows out my car. I like Jasmine Sullivan singing, but you're not going to do that in my house. We got to communication. We got to understand how do you handle what's going on, and so of course part of this is conversation, but it's also observing you. I have children. I have twin boys. I'm trying to raise them up the best that I can, and so I would want them, because I'm not married, and being, when I get married again, the Lord blesses me again to be married. I want them to be raised in a very loving family where they can see that their father is displaying love and affection and healthy communication, and knowing how to be able to model to see what type of woman to look for. How did my daddy wife treat him? How did he treat her? These children do not do what you say, they do what you do. They repeat these things, and we got to, especially as a culture, we got to stop playing games. A road trip does not deliver you from these dysfunctions.
Not at all.
You can go out of town, you can splurge, you can get the brand new Jordans, you can get the nice clothes, you can have all the nice finest things, but I'm telling you, these dysfunctions, they will show up. And this is why, not trying to be funny, and I'm done with it right here, I'm not trying to be funny, but we have a generation now that are so entitled, self-seeking, we can be very arrogant, and we treat people like you supposed to do this. I don't owe you anything. So if I do something for you, man, be grateful. I'm done with that.
No, you own it.
Absolutely. Listen, I had a earful. I'm sure everybody else has, but we have to close it out. Just want to kind of, at this point, take the time just to evaluate your relationships. Know what's healthy and what's not healthy. Like he said, everybody's not equipped to unpack everybody else's baggage. We're dealing with our own issues and our own insecurities, and we have our own processes. Don't bite off more than you can chew. And at some point in time, you need to have that conversation with your mate, your date, whoever, because you got to understand, you're giving a part of yourself to this person, and you have to be completely whole, and they have to come, and it has to be something that's not only magical but godly, and you want it to last. So tune in next time for another episode of Butterfly Effect.